So if you're like me and you've got an interest in hustle, in mindset, in motivation, and just putting yourself out there and pushing the boundaries of what's possible for you, I have some films for you. Now, normally I tell you to go out there and take action, but I want you to watch these films. If you've seen them already, fantastic, you already know what they're about. But I'm gonna give you my top 3 films for you if you like hustle, if you like mindset, if you like motivation, and if you just want something more out of life. So these are the 3 films that I recommend you go away right now and watch.
Can't knock the hustle. Can't knock the hustle. Leave a 5-star review and I'll leave you one too. Can't knock.
So the first film I have for you is a film called Whiplash. Now, for a long time, this film went under my little film radar, okay? Now, I love films, I love getting invested in them, I love getting invested in TV shows, and Whiplash went really under the radar. Now, if you haven't seen this film, it's basically a story of obsession, right? It's someone who's obsessed with drums. Andrew Neiman, he's called. He's obsessed with drums, he wants to be the best, but no one really takes his obsession seriously. They all say to him, oh, why don't you just get a normal job, or why don't you try and be a footballer or something like that? They all try and push him in a direction of safety, and he wants to be a musician. So it's that kind of balance of the story of like he's fighting his own inner demons, he's fighting his own obsession, and he comes across J.K. Simmons, who is fantastic in this film, who pushes him to his limits, who pushes him to near insanity. And you know, it really spoke to me because a lot of the time when we go out there and try and achieve stuff, we struggle with what other people think. We think people tend to think that we're obsessed, or that we're so stuck in our ways that we're like, we can't go for safety or anything like that. We get so stuck in what other people think. This is a film for you if you struggle with that. This is a film where it takes the obsession. Now, I don't want you to be fully obsessed to the point where you have a mental breakdown like he does in the film, but I want you to be obsessed with something so much that it becomes your life. It becomes so passionate, it lights a fire under your arse. I want that for you. So Whiplash is definitely one of those films, if you love what you do, if you have a passion, and maybe people don't understand it, Whiplash is a film that you must watch.
Oh, hey, are you going to tell them about your game this week? Huh? Living up to your title?
What I scored a 93-yard touchdown.
School record, school record, school record.
That's true. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's Division III. It's Carleton football. It's not even Division II. It's Division III.
Got any friends, Andy?
No,
Oh, why's that?
I don't know. I just never really saw the use.
Oh, who are you going to play with otherwise? Lennon and McCartney, they were school buddies, am I right?
Charlie Parker didn't know anybody until Joe Jonas threw a symbol at his head.
So that's your idea of success, huh?
I think being the greatest musician of the 20th century is anybody's idea of success.
Dying broke and drunk and full of heroin at the age of 34 is not exactly my idea of success.
I'd rather die drunk, broke at 34 and have people at a dinner table talk about me than live to be rich and sober at 90 and nobody remember who I was.
Ah, but your friends will remember you. That's the point.
None of us were friends with Charlie Parker. That's the point.
Travis and Dustin, they have plenty of friends and plenty of purpose.
I'm sure they'll make great school board presidents someday.
Oh, that's what this is all about? You think you're better than us?
Catch on quick, dude, model you in.
I got a reply for you, Andrew. You think Carleton football is a joke? Come play with us.
4 words you will never hear from the NFL.
So the second film I have for you is obviously The Wolf of Wall Street, a fantastic true story based on the life of Jordan Belfort. Now, Jordan Belfort was a stockbroker, a wolf of the Wall Street, basically. So he invested in stocks, he traded shares, and it's an incredible story because it starts off with next to nothing. You know, he's having a struggle in marriage. He's got no money, he's got nothing, he's new to the game, and eventually becomes the richest man through schemes, through insane plots, and it's just one story after the next of just pure insanity. And the one thing that you want to take away from this film is just the sheer magnitude of scale of what's possible. What you can go from so little to something so insane. Now, obviously, Jordan Belfort, the real man, is in prison. Well, he was in prison, sorry. He's out now, he does motivational talks, he's a clean, fresh guy. There's loads of drugs involved, loads of, you know, accidents and all sorts of shit, but it's just an insane film. And most people tell me that I've got the wrong end of the stick from this film because I absolutely adore it, I love it, I take motivation from it. A lot of people tell me, oh, it's about what you shouldn't do and about how you shouldn't go down this route. And it's like, no, go down this route, just miss out the drugs, miss out the Ponzi schemes, miss out all that stuff, and just focus on the money making, the wealth, the insane life that you could have. Like, this is a guy who grabbed life by the balls, who just went, you know what, fucking, I'm gonna do this. I have the money to do this, I have the passion to do this. The Wolf of Wall Street is my second film on this list. It's my personal favorite on this list, and it's absolutely fantastic. I highly recommend it for anyone who's wanting to make that dollar, who's wanting to make that sweet, sweet cheddar, and anyone who's wanting to become rich and successful.
See those little black boxes? They're called telephones. I'm gonna let you on a little secret about these telephones. They're not gonna dial themselves, okay? Without you, they're just worthless hunks of plastic. Like a loaded M16 without a trained Marine to pull the trigger. And in the case of the telephone, it's up to each and every one of you, my highly trained Stratonites, my killers who will not take no for an answer, my fucking warriors, who will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking Let me tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every fucking time. Because at least as a rich man, when I have to face my problems, I show up in the back of a limo wearing a $2,000 suit and a $40,000 gold fucking watch.
Can't knock the hustle. Leave a 5-star review and I'll leave you on to can't knock the hustle.
So the third and final film I have for you is The Pursuit of Happiness, spelled with a Y. And this basically follows the story of Chris Gardner, who has absolutely nothing. He just lost his wife and he has to take care of his son. Now, Chris Gardner ends up applying for an unpaid internship because it's the only job going. Now, he's up against about 100 other applicants in this job. Now, obviously, he has to take care of his son, food, shelter, water, all that stuff, right? He has to take care of him. He's going from hostel to hostel and he just can't catch a break. Everything goes wrong for him. People ask to borrow money and he's too kind to say no. And it's just one big, like, stressful adventure. But the truth is, like, it really shows you what you can do if you push to your limits. All these stresses that you have on you, all this like work and pressure, I have to take care of this, I have to do this. It really shows you what a human being is capable of when they're pushed to their absolute limits. Now, the funny thing about the story is obviously it is a true story, but the one thing I love about it is how true to himself he is throughout the whole thing. He's always nice. He never blames the world. He's just like, let's get on with it. Let's do it. Let's just get this done. I have to do it for my son. And anyone who's watching this who's in a position where they have to take care of someone and they just don't know how they're going to make it day to day, this film is for you. The Pursuit of Happiness, obviously it has a happy ending, and Chris Gardner is out there making millions. He's rich now, he's successful, but it's just a story that it's just so heartwarming because you want him to survive. Obviously, you want his son to like thrive, is what I meant to say. You want him to do well. You want him to succeed. You want him to get this job, and when the payoff finally comes, you're like, oh, amazing. It's just such a feel-good film.
Hey. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
All right.
You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period. Let's go.
So just to recap those three films, number one, Whiplash, a story of obsession, a story of getting shit done and not listening to the naysayers and the negativity around you. Number two is The Wolf of Wall Street, how to go from zero to hero, from nothing to millions of pounds, how to create massive wealth and live an amazing life. And finally, number three, how to come from nothing again and just beat all the odds, survive everything thrown at you, defeat the pressure that's put on you by the world. Don't blame anyone else for your problems and get shit done. So those are my top three films I recommend for you if you want to hustle, to be successful, to get shit done in life. And I've probably got some more for you. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you've got one for yourself. And as always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more content, as it only takes a second of your day to make mine. And as always, guys, I will see you lot in the next video. Peace. Oh, yeah. Fucking good. Don't know what that was. That was definitely a bull or some shit. All right.